Hi, my name is Lauren Scott, and I was chosen as the 2020 ambassador for Mendon, Massachusetts as a part of Project 351.
Hello, my name is Ben Joseph, and I was chosen as the 2020 ambassador for Upton, Massachusetts for Project 350.
Project 351 is a youth nonprofit organization which every year selects one 8th grade student from every town and city in Massachusetts to represent it and come together to do service work and create positive change. Ben and I were chosen this year, 2020, and we are leading a service project which we are calling For the Fallen. For the Fallen is a 9/11 tribute service project we are leading to honor and remember lives lost on September 11th, as well as military heroes, and to show our first responders how grateful we are for all that they do for us.
For our project, we are collecting cards for our local first responders, the Mendon-Upton Police and Fire Departments, and fundraising for the Massachusetts Military Heroes Fund, which supports veterans and military heroes and families. If you are interested in participating, the link to the information is in the description.
I serve because it feels good knowing that what I am doing is making an impact on someone, even one person, and knowing that my actions are creating a positive change or impact in my community. No matter how much work I need to put in, it is all worth it because I am putting forth my best effort to make a difference in the world.
Because I like looking back and seeing the change and impact I can have on my community. It's a great feeling knowing you're helping others, knowing that you're making a difference in your town, school, sports teams, etc. That is why I serve.
Freedom is not free. And as the great Massachusetts Senator and our 35th President of the United States, John F. Kennedy, once said, as we express our gratitude, we must not forget that the highest appreciation is not just to utter words, but to live by them. I think in our two communities of Mendon and Upton that we're so fortunate to have so many honorable veterans in our presence, men and women that served and in some cases fought to keep the principles that make our nation great, things like freedom, liberty, and justice for all, something that, quite frankly, a lot of times we take for granted. So my simple advice is the same as President Kennedy's. Live by these principles. And really simply, how do you do that? You start by acting locally. I implore all of you to be engaged in our community. That in itself, in being engaged in issues of freedom, liberty, and justice for all, is the ultimate respect that you can pay for the veterans who have served us so well.
I chose this song because it is about hope for a better world where we all can live in peace and harmony. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try.
was on shift that Tuesday morning, and like everyone else, I was watching the situation unfold on TV. To realize that there were so many public safety workers, firefighters, police officers, EMS personnel running to the fight, and so many civilians trying to get out of the buildings and away from a fight that they had no part in. And then when the towers fell, knowing how many hundreds or thousands of people would have lost their lives that day was just completely shocking and left everyone in silence. To me personally, there was a significant event the next day when I was called to the schools because my youngest daughter at elementary school was crying, and to go in and see her coming down the hall with tears in her eyes and that thought in her head of, "Daddy, do you have to go?" After consoling her, I realized just how many children must have lost their parents, lost family members, or watched their family members go off to continue the fight, whether it be those following days or members of the military who continued to fight for us to protect us over the following months to get justice for what had happened. This event just left so many scars in so many people, old and young.
Hi, my name is Zanara Miller, and I'll be singing Heaven Was Needing a Hero by Joe D. Messina. I chose this song because although a lot of lives were lost that day, many were saved due to the countless firefighters, police officers, and other heroes who gave their lives for others. And I thought this song embodied that and is also a tribute to them and to all who lost their lives in 9/11. I came by today to see you. I just had to let you know. If I knew the last time I saw you was the last time, I'd have held you and haven't let go. Oh, it's kept me awake nights wondering, lie in the dark asking why. I've always been told you won't be called home till it's your time. I guess heaven was needing a hero, somebody just like you, brave enough to stand up for what you believe and follow it through. When I try to make it make sense in my mind, the only conclusion I come to is that heaven was needing a hero like you.
I didn't know what the significance of September 11th was until 2 years ago, when one of my teachers talked about it with our class. But when this project was introduced, it resonated with me because on September 11th and to this day, people have died for us. Military heroes have left everything behind to defend our country. Their selflessness and determination inspires me to lead for the fallen, because if not for them, we would not be able to enjoy the little things in life.
I always heard of the day 9/11 when I was younger, but never thought much of it. But when I got older, I started to understand what the date resembled. The events that happened that day were terrible, but the selfless actions of our first responders and military members will never be forgotten.
Hi, I'm Leah Harris, and this is my sister Lillian, and together we will be singing the song Tragedy is Not the End by Joel Ansett. I chose this song because it has a message of hope and comfort for those who have lost loved ones. I believe that the title is a reminder that even when we are going through the darkest times in our lives, we can overcome, and it doesn't have to be the end of our stories. Disbelief when I first heard the news. It left me angry and confused, knocked the wind out of my soul. When we lost what made us whole, and now there's a heat behind my eyes, and I can't stop asking why. They say it's gonna be okay, but it doesn't take away the pain. We don't have to be afraid, 'cause I don't think it's an accident. The tears are shaped like seeds, so I'll bury all my fears and just they're turning into trees. Oh, I'm fighting to believe this is not the end of the story. Our lives are a poem, our sorrow half the lines. There will come a day when the good Lord makes it right. No, I don't think it's an accident. The tears are shaped like seeds, so I'll bury all my fears and trust they're turning into trees. I'll keep fighting to believe this is not the end of the story. Tragedy is not the end of the story.
Tragedy is not the end of our story. That song reflects the idea that amid the terror, pain, and loss of 9/11, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. People came together and there was hope, and that can be applied to today because 9/11 was not the end, and neither is COVID-19. For more information about our project, look in the description below. On this 9/11, we all can honor and remember, love and reflect, appreciate and commemorate the selfless acts of our first responders and military heroes. Thank you so much for joining us on this 9/11. We all can make a difference in our community and show our gratitude and compassion for our first responders and military heroes. Thank you.